Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Teleislas News, the most important news of the day. The swearing ceremony of 4 secretaries was held this morning at the Coral Palace. These are the heads of the private, general, sports, and finance portfolios.
Hello, Lisa. Good afternoon. That's right. Teleislas News made presence here at the Coral Palace at the act of possession of the 4 new secretaries that will be part of the cabinet of Dr. Everth Hawkins here in the morning in the Coral Palace in the departmental government. Teleislas News also spoke with these secretariats about their expectation with these new charges, and this was what they said.
My expectations with the position is to be on the course that was traced since the beginning with Governor Everett. I was removed from office, but here I am again to take the course and meet the goals of the All for a New Beginning development plan.
The idea is to make a financial monitoring plan so that the resources can be developed both for investment and the government and other related agencies and entities of the department.
The governor has given some guidelines to continue working for a new beginning for the benefit of the community, to support the governor in all his needs and projects.
The expectations are great since I had it as a project. Last year, I was legal advisor to the secretary, and now we are taking it up again to attend to the sports on the island. We are working on it, and we are going to take recreation and sports to the neighborhood.
The elected governor, Everth Hawkins stated that in the next few days, we will know, the entire community will know the next secretaries that will be part of his cabinet. This is all information. Lisa, continuing studio with the most relevant information of the day.
And for tomorrow, April 28, the essential workers of the country will go to the streets to march against the tax reform, a fact that worries the government authorities in the face of increases in cases of COVID-19. Here are the details of how this activity will take place on the island.
Tomorrow, April 28, a march will take place throughout the country against the tax reform of the national government, a situation that worries the authorities because of the crowd that this can generate during this time of pandemic. Here in the archipelago, a sit-in for tomorrow outside the governor's office is circulating on social media on behalf of the Departmental Strike Committee. Regarding this, the central unit of workers of the island in a communique indicated that they will do face-to-face activities. Through this communique, the Guild of Workers of the department expressed that they will carry out the strike on April 28 in a virtual way.
The Court Subdirectorate of St. Andrews and Old Providence Island communicates to the unions affiliates to the Central Union that of April 28 and May 1st of this year, we will be on the strike of 24 hours in the protest against the reforms issued by the national government against the working class, retired people, and vulnerable population of the country. We will be doing rallies and denunciation against labor, retirement, and tax reform with which the government harms the interests of the Colombian people. This will be done in each union and virtually.
Several mayors and governors of the country have requested that this march does not take place due to the third wave of contagion of COVID-19 that the country is going through, and the archipelago of San Andres is no stranger to this reality. This news agency will be attentive to the activities to be carried out tomorrow and the decisions taken by the departmental government.
And during the appointment of the new secretaries, the governor of the islands indicated that the changes were necessary within the cabinet. Also, he talked about more projects to develop.
In the auditorium of the local government, Governor Everth Hawkins appointed his new secretaries and also spoke of what will be his new projects for the 2021 term. Regarding the appointments, the governor indicated that they were necessary to oxygenate the cabinet. Here are the governor's statements.
Of course, the flagship project is the hospital, also the intervention of roads, the reconstruction of Old Providence, projects on environmental issues, the recovery of corals, coastal erosion. We have to invest a lot in agriculture, coastal issues. There are several projects such as expeditions that we want to do to analyze the marine ecosystem. We have many things to do.
The governor gave details of his new projects and indicated that he already has a scheduled date for his visit to the municipality of Providence. This information will be expanded in our central broadcast.
Now we'll go to the departmental hospital to know what is the current status of the coronavirus cases on the islands.
Good evening, Lisa and all the viewers. I say hello from here from the departmental hospital because we want to make a balance of how the COVID-19 is coming in our department. Yesterday, in the official report of the Ministry of Health, 33 new cases was added to the global report of our department. This from the pandemic begin. This is all the detailed information about how the cases is coming and also how much people have passed away for the COVID-19. According to data from the Health Secretariat of the islands, there are 107 active cases identified, 96 of these of San Andres and 11 on the island of Old Providence. To date, 3,226 people have recovered and the number of deaths has increased to 51 people. The most affected neighborhoods, according to this report, are the following: Casas Fiscales with 5 cases, San Luis with 5, Sierra with 5, Nieval Bies with 4, Barak with 5, and Guineajen with 3 cases. Also, there are 102 active cases that have not been reported at the national level, leaving a historical total of 209 active COVID-19 cases. The Secretary of Health also tells us about the current situation of the ICU.
Hoy tenemos una ocupación del 41%.
We have an occupancy of 41%. We have 7 people. Let's remember that in this ICU for COVID cases, we have 17 beds. That is to say, we have 10 of them vacant and we hope to keep it that way. And we have on the 3rd floor, which is the COVID area, 50 patients who are recovering satisfactorily.
The recommendation of all the authorities is to continue manual self, continue using all the protocols and all the biosecurity protocols that we can find, and also to avoid agglomerations in public spaces. This is all the information and report from here from the departmental hospital. Continue, Lisa, in studio.
Thank you, Alice. And several projects were proposed from the Assembly in favor of the victims of the Hurricane Iota, specifically on the island of Old Providence. Deputy Marcela Chagrin gives an explanation as to what they are all about.
We have sent a request to the national government directly to the presidency to reinstate the subsidy that was given for the transportation of Old Providence and San Andres, given the high cost, since the people of the island have not had a true economic reactivation.
In the same sense, a project was presented to the departmental and municipal government to pay for the payment of the energy service of the people of Old Providence.
To seek the payment of the energy service of the families of the island, since they are still in a very difficult economic situation and it is impossible for them to cover this service, and they have been notified of an immediate cutoff for 3 months of debt.
On the other hand, a popular action lawsuit was filed in favor of the victims of Iota in Old Providence.
We also sent a popular action lawsuit for the construction of shelters, and we hope it can be done because it is a very felt need.
And a space for citizen participation will take place this Wednesday, April 28, through the webpage of the departmental government, where those who participate will be able to interact with delegates of the Presidency of the Republic.
A virtual workshop, which will be provided by the Council of Human Rights and International Affairs of the Presidency of the Republic, will be a space for those who are interested to connect on Wednesday the 28th between 3 and 5:30 in the afternoon to participate in the construction of the action plan for the human rights and the 9 components that comprise it.
Un taller virtual que nos va a brindar la...
We are inviting all associations and human rights groups to participate and register. You will find the link on the government's Facebook page to register and participate in this valuable workshop that will be given to us. We will also be participating in the construction of the action plan for human rights for the period of 2021 through 2023.
It is valid to clarify that people who participate in the workshop will be able to express their needs, suggestions, and opinions to the Presidency of the Republic in favor of the construction of the action plan.
And now we continue with all the sport news of our department.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. Hollybook won the expected horse race to Time Will Tell on Velodia Road.
On Velodia Road, a new history was written. There is a new horse racing champion. His name is Hollybook, who, ridden by jockey George Araisa, showed superiority over Time Will Tell. The fans responded by assisting with their mass, showing that horse racing is the most popular sport in the archipelago. We spoke with the owner of Hollybook, Sterling Bent, who told us about the feeling to be a winner and also the instructions to his jockey.
Well, I feel very good, very good. You know, everybody, when you bet if you fight a person, you win, you feel very good and proud. And this is a result of good work, teamwork. Well, we met a meeting last night with the two sides. We come on agreement, say, free race, no jostling. If you have to go from behind, because we know so we got this stone hard. Go back my words this time.
And this is how Euless Livingston, the coach of Time Will Tell, responded.
Well, I really can't tell you because I wasn't known by the starting point, no? The people, the official that was along the whole track say the jockey ride coward, like him holding back the horse, so I really can't find out what took place. When you lose, sometime you gain because you take your mistake and correct it, and then you can come back.
An excellent race which was carried out in Velodia Road. There is a challenge for a new race and also the owner of Quick Cash and Big Brown, as was stated by George Araisa, the winning jockey.
And Caribbean Storm is already on the bubble of Cali, where they will face their first match to the other home team, the Island Hurricanes.
The Caribbean Storm team, made up of a group of island players, Chocuanos, Dominican, and American reinforcement, is ready in the Cali bubble to face their commitment in this tournament. Their first game of the first round will be against the Hurricanes, the other island team, a game that will take place today from 6 p.m. We spoke with Gabriel Avila, the coach of the team, who said,
"We will train Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in Cali. The first game for the Caribbean Storm is against the Hurricane team at 6 p.m. Yerry Flores arrived on the island of San Andres. Tomorrow, Jose Familia, Maurice Adam, and Jason Column will arrive in the city of Cali. This year, we have a better attitude, a young team that we are leading. It is a process we are going through. We are going to do our best, and the result will be reflected on the court. What Yerry has told us, that he is with us, that he is happy because it is a young team that runs the field. That is the style that he likes since his position is a playmaker."
And the Dominican, Jerry the Shearer, also spoke.
"My last commitment was in the Dominican Republic National League with the Leones de Santo Domingo. Before that, I was in Venezuela with Llaneros de Guarico, and I also played in the South American League with the Nacional de Uruguay. It is a young group. We have a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy, and I think we are going to do a good job in the bubble. 2 more Dominicans are coming. I have already played with them, Colum and Jose Familia, Maurice Sutton, an American that I have played with several times in the Dominican Republic.